Welcome to Naked News, everyone. Your eyes do not deceive you. I am Whitney St. John, and I'm here to guide you through a fantastic show. We'll be looking at celebrity lingerie in just a few. Plus, we have a brand new audition we'll be wanting your feedback on. But relax, be patient, and enjoy the whole ride, because it's all starting off in our famous Naked Newsroom with Frankie Kennedy and today's headlines.
Thanks, Whitney. The website Time Out has released its list of the best pizza in the world, and the top pick isn't from Italy. It's New York-based Cacio e Pepe from Mama's Too. It's got whipped mascarpone, pecorino romano, parmigiano reggiano, and aged mozzarella cheeses, which sounds amazing. Second went to Capricciosa from 180 Grammy Pizzeria in Rome, and third went to a marinara pie at Short Road Pizza in London, of all places. Isabella is going to lose her freaking mind. In other news, New York City has lost its title of U.S. city with the most million-dollar homes for sale. According to the Realtor.com luxury housing report, that distinction is now held by Miami. As of December 2025, Miami had $10,591 million plus listings, 415 more than the Big Apple. Realtor's senior economist credits Miami's year-round sales plus plenty of wealthy retirees and foreign investors for Miami's booming real estate market. And we've got another insane situation involving air travel for you. A Jet2 flight from Turkey to the UK had to make an emergency landing in Brussels recently after two drunken passengers got into a brawl on board. It was apparently so violent that teeth were scattered on the cabin floor. The two were arrested and faced charges of assault and battery. Jet2 says it's banned both men for life, and it plans to vigorously pursue them to recover the costs incurred over the incident. As well, they should. All right, that's your first look at me and the news. Don't go away.
Hey there, I'm Katie, also known as Ruby. I feel like I could bring a really fresh and outgoing energy to Naked News, as well as I have some nice assets. I'm just a lot of high energy and a lot of fun, and I feel like it's a really good fit.
Looking forward to seeing Katie in just a few minutes, but first, obviously being naked is what we all aim for. But if we can't be naked, then wearing nothing but sexy lingerie is the next best thing. And when celebrities get involved in the lingerie game, it makes it even more interesting. Here's Ayla with the story.
Male celebs have their liquor brands and sports teams. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Ryan Reynolds, David Beckham, and Dwayne Johnson. That's great, but even better is that many female celebrities have their own lingerie brands. And branding and PR expert Chad Texera just went public with his opinions on some of them. Here's what he had to say.
You guys, this is very exciting. I have the first ever Siren box.
First up, Sydney Sweeney's new Siren line. You know, the one she kicked off with her Hollywood sign stunt. It sounds like Texera thinks she has to do big stunts like that because he slammed Sweeney's line as tacky. He called the fabrics cheap feeling and reading more like fast fashion fantasy than credible lingerie label, built almost entirely on sexualized marketing. Ouch. Heidi Klum's collab with Intimissimi is also getting that tacky label. Texera says the designs feel stuck in a 2000s male gaze mindset that offers little in terms of innovation or modern relevance. As if that wasn't bad enough, he calls the line a dated take on lingerie that is boring and confuses obvious sex appeal with desirability. That has to sting. In contrast to those two, Texera gives Rihanna's Savage Fenty line the classy label. Described as centering confidence, inclusivity, and ownership rather than approval, Riri's lingerie is loud in presentation but offers sexuality on her terms, not diluted for comfort or trend. No arguments here.
Let's talk about Skims.
Kim Kardashian's Skims line also gets the classy nod from Texera. He calls it ruthless in its focus on fit and function, which is exactly why it gets top marks. And what's more, it doesn't pander, over-sexualize, or pretend to be something it's not. It simply delivers. And we will sign for that delivery.
I have my own lingerie line, and I've always loved lingerie as a tool of seduction, of course.
Other celebs whose lingerie lines that got the thumbs up include Dita Von Teese and Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. All that said, though, these lines all have one thing that we love: hot celebs in skimpy, lacy lingerie. So does it really matter if it's tacky or classy? I'm going to go with not really on that one, because as long as we see lots of skin, we're in. For Naked Ghost Pop, I'm Ayla Adams.
Are you a saint or a sinner?
Base of a saint. But baby, all we do is sin. So
Especially with that web. You're like Catwoman right
a
now.
little something, a little something like that.
Marina sure knows how to pick 'em. Watch for that interview on our Sunday magazine show. Okay, up next, we have a brand new audition. This week's anchor hopeful is a fine lady named Katie, who is an alt model with a very distinct look. She was kind enough to prepare her audition from home, and we now need to decide if she's naked news material. So pay close attention. Here's Katie.
Hey there, I'm Katie, also known as Ruby. I live in Alliston, Ontario. I've been here for about 5 years now. I love the town. It's got great amenities and lots of activities for families and just different stuff to do. I don't love the snow belt that we're in. Obviously, we're getting currently pounded with snow, so I'm wishing that I was somewhere warmer, but who isn't at this point? I've been a graduate of Seneca College social work program since 2009 and in their abnormal psych program. Did a little bit of that stuff, worked with some special needs, and then slowly in 2013, roughly, I got into alternative modeling. I have been internationally published several times. I used to do a little bit of cam modeling. And now, of course, I have my own OnlyFans page that I manage on my own. I have heard about Naked News through several of the models that I'm familiar with and I've run into within the industry and events and stuff like that, as well as photographers have mentioned it. And I have several friends that have connections with people that know people from Naked News. As for my news interests, I really love hockey and baseball. I'm excited to see what the Jays season holds for us this year. I do enjoy other entertainment news, like your celebrity news and your TVs and shows and what's happening on what kind of thing. I'm heavily tattooed. I enjoy tattoos. I enjoy painting. I enjoy writing. I'm in English, secondary English major, so I do a lot of creative writing, and I've also had a poem or two published as well for that. I enjoy going outside. I enjoy being active and swimming and camping and sports like baseball and hockey and stuff like that myself. I've played both. I am very outgoing. I feel like I could bring a really fresh and outgoing energy to Naked News, as well as I have some nice assets. I'm a 90s kid at heart. I like to say bro and dude, and I'm just a lot of high energy and a lot of fun, and I feel like it's a really good fit. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Hopefully there's nothing else that you need to know, and if so, just reach out. I'm happy to share anything. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shannon Blake. You can join me live for an exotic fruits extravaganza this Sunday, February 22nd at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, only on Naked News Live. Hope to see you there.
Welcome back to the Naked Newsroom. The United States is not getting its money's worth when it comes to healthy aging. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development says that the U.S. spends over 17% of its gross domestic product on healthcare, nearly double the average. And yet, according to a new analysis, the country ranks 33rd of the 50 countries studied. The Netherlands took top spot, followed by Luxembourg and Denmark. A new analysis from the World Health Organization and the International Agency for Research on Cancer says that up to 40% of new cancer cases are preventable. They looked at data from 185 countries and considered 36 types of cancer. The top 3 preventable risk factors globally are smoking tobacco, infections, and alcohol consumption. And get this, rates of preventable cancers are significantly higher in men than women. Finally today, research has determined the age men and women hit their peak of physical performance, and that age is 35. The study regularly tested hundreds of people over a 47-year period. And for both men and women, 35 was the peak age. Researchers also pointed out that physical decline was slower in people who were more active. And it's never too late to start being active. Sounds like good advice to me. Those are today's headlines. I'm Frankie Kennedy. Now I'll send you back to Whitney to wrap up the show.
Thanks, Frankie. Good to know I still have some time to get in shape. I might be skinny, but I could definitely use some work in the weightlifting department to build a little more muscle mass, maybe. All right, that about does it for us today. Now, before we go, let's talk about Katie and her audition. I think she sent in a great audition tape. She put in a lot of thought and effort into it, and it really shows. There was attention to detail with her butterfly set wall, and I noticed that. I know that you guys noticed her cute little badge, but it doesn't matter what I think. We'd like to hear from all of you. What did you think of Katie? Let us know by emailing feedback@nakednews.com. Remember to tune in on Sunday for our Smokin' Hot magazine edition. We're in Miami, we're in Las Vegas, and we're also in Isabella's kitchen for a naked food review. It's going to be a great show, so don't miss it. Thanks for tuning in today. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.